Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're picking up right where we left off. For you, it's been a few days. For me, this is just snap. We are back at it. So we're looking at another 4 packs. I want to see if we can pull another Engromon, because I'd like to see if this is truly the alternate art. I am 99% certain it is. Without further ado, we're going to take a look at this pack. We got a Cubimon, Sunflowmon, Mad Leomon. He's probably one of my favorites out of this. I like the idea of a corrupted Leomon. Like we saw it initially in the first Digimon with him being infected with black ears and turning gray. But this is like a real evil version. And as you know, I like the darker ones. Brachiomon, Wedinmon, High Vision Montamon, Gazamon, Grandisol, Monotaimon again, Damemon. We got another Achillesmon, 12 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost from yellow or green, 11,000 DP. When Digivolving, if you have 2 or fewer security cards, recover 1 from your deck. When attacking, once per turn, if you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP for the turn. If you have 3 or fewer cards, gain 2 memory. I like this one a fair bit, because that first ability, when Digivolving, if you have 2 or less, it's specifically saying 2 or less, because if you have 2 and you put 1 up, that bumps you to 3, so that if you do the when attacking ability, you get to trigger both of it. So that's really nice. I do like that, to where it's trying to proc those things. It would have probably been a little too powerful if it was, if you have less than 3 security cards, recover from your deck until you have 3. That would have been a little too powerful of a card at this point. So the fact that they kind of made it where it's like, well, it might. If you don't have any, you'll have 1. If you have 1, you'll have 2. And if you have 2, that's where you want to be. So it's really a 1/3 chance. And that's nice. I do like that. And we got Shoutmon X5. All right, we've seen X5B a couple times. I don't think we've seen X5. Maybe we have. 10 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost from red or black. 10,000 DP. It is a dual color card. Security attack +1. Blocker. Material save 3. When this Digimon is deleted, you may place 3 cards in this Digimon's Xros conditions from this Digimon's Digivolution cards under one of your tamers. And its Digi-Xroses are Shoutmon, Ballistamon, Dorulamon, Starsmon, and Sparrowmon. So that's a lot that you get to put back underneath the tamer. And we've seen a couple cards pull them back out. Not a lot as of yet. But I feel like in the next coming sets, we're going to see more on this mechanic. Otherwise, I feel like they'll let the mechanic die, to be honest. Because I have seen some card games which have seen mechanics die. The one I always like referencing is back in Magic the Gathering. They created snow-covered lands, and they were pretty. They were. But if you haven't played Magic, you need lands to further your plays. Like, you cannot build a deck without them. It is impossible, more or less. I suppose now you probably could, but it'd be a very bad deck. But back then, there was no way you could build a deck without lands. And as far as resources go, the regular lands and the snow-covered lands, no different resource-wise. It was just like, that's a force, that's snow-covered force. That was it. And so that's all it would do for you. For your opponent, however, they made some monsters that had a snow cover walk, which, or it was like something called like that, like snow walk. And that basically meant that if your opponent had a snow-covered land, they could attack them directly. So there was no reason to put snow-covered lands in your deck because it gave your opponent boost and gave you nothing. So unless this mechanic goes like that, where it's just like there's no reason, But that is kind of a special, kind of like bad card because it doesn't. That card actively hindered your plays, whereas these saves, they might actually have some positives. Whereas snow covers, they had none. They just looked pretty. So yeah, that's kind of a thing that might happen. We got Pile of Economon. Second Meppa. The card I won't try and say again. We got Lotusmon. She's an 11 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 11,000 DP. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It doesn't unspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Opponent's turn. All of your Digimon with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in one of their traits on deletion, gain 2 memory, and return 1 Digimon card with 3,000 DP or less from your trash to your hand. So the first part of this card is Puppetmon. That's pretty much what I'm reading. Puppetmon had the exact same kind of ability. I think his was on play, whereas this one is when Digivolving. So that makes it a little cheaper, because I think Puppetmon was like maybe 11, like the same play cost I want to say, but you had to play him out to activate that ability. Whereas this one, it is simply when Digivolving. So that's a little more easy to use. So that's kind of like a power creep right there. The second part is just a bonus to you. So this one's all right. This one, it seems like it's going to be another one for that vegetation one. I'd probably put this as my side mega, not my main. So maybe 2 of this while there's 4 of another one. But yeah, I do like this one. And then we got Venusmon. 13 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. When Digivolving, all of your opponent's Digimon gain security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's turn. Opponent's turn, all of your opponent's Digimon with security attack can't attack this Digimon and can't activate when attacking and when Digivolving effects. Whoa. This one seems really good to me. Like, this one seems like a very good yellow one. First off, the when Digivolving, that's going to stall your opponent a bit, where they're going to lose some momentum. Whereas if, like, they can only security attack 1, they don't have any security attack. The rebound of that, however, is her effect where opponents that can attack security can't attack her. So she's going to be vulnerable for a turn, roughly. Where if your opponent can attack unsuspended ones, they'll be able to attack her. Or if she does get suspended, there will be that one turn where some things won't have any security, and they'll be able to attack her. After that, however, she'll be free to go. And it's the fact that Digimon can't activate their when attacking or when Digivolving effects is very big. That's going to slow down or just straight up stop some decks. This is a very good card, in my opinion. I imagine it's going to spike in price for a while until something better comes out or until the meta changes. It's also a very pretty card, so I can see some people wanting it just for the artwork. We're on to our third pack. Yep. Another high vision Monotamon. I believe we've seen all the commons and the uncommons. So I think that's again why we're moving kind of fast. Monotamon. Starsmon. Buzzing Fist. Dondokomon. A Tokomon! Yeah, I like him. Spadamon. I want to get a couple more of these. I think we've only pulled 2 of him so far, but I want to get a couple more so I could put him in my Legendary Arms deck. A Jataramon. Ruli. 4 play cost. Start of your turn. If you have 2 or less memories, set your memory to 3. Your turn, when you attack with a Digimon that has Angoramon in its name or is level 5 or higher, by suspending this tamer, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. Security, play this card without paying its memory cost. This one's going to be specifically for those decks, for that particular Digimon. It does have a little wiggle room, like I've said before, because level 5 or higher, she can still activate her effect. But the fact that it can only target things of 5,000 DP or less, that's not great. So this one's all right. It's better than some tamers because it does have that if that you have 2 memory or less. I would play this again with 2 in a deck because that's... I don't want to draw 4 of them, as I've said before, because after the first one, these are doing nothing extra for the start of my turn. And then we got Hero of the Skies. I don't think we've seen this one yet. 2 play cost. Main, activate one of the effects below. If you have a Digimon with Shoutmon X5 in its name in play, activate all of the effects below instead. One of your Digimon with Xros Hearts in its trait gains security attack +1 for the turn. Draw 2 cards from your deck. Security, add this card to its owner's hand. For 2 play costs, this isn't bad, but again, you're just giving one of your Digimon security attack +1, or you're drawing 2 cards. So this is pretty much... It seems like a pot of greed to me, where you play this one for 2, and then you're going to get to draw 2 cards. And you can do that at any time. To do both, you need to have Shoutmon X5 out. Because again, drawing cards is not nearly as powerful as it is in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering or any other card game. This card isn't super great, in my opinion. At least that's how I'm seeing it. Final pack. This video. That was a nice clean rip. I liked that one. Red Vegiemon. Sunduramon. Darkmon. Sunflowmon. Mad Leomon. Brachiomon. Healing Therapy. Choo-Choo-mon. Male Bergermon. Pixmon. Or Pikmons. Akari. She's a 3 play cost. On play, you may play 1 Darulamon from your hand or from under one of your tamers without paying its memory cost. Your turn. When you play this Digimon, with Xros Hearts in its traits, by suspending this tamer, draw 1 card from your deck. Security, play this card without paying its memory cost. This one's all right. I mean, you're just getting to play a Darulamon. Otherwise, you can suspend the tamer to draw a card, as we've said. And as we've seen, like, through these past, there's been a couple cards that we've just looked at that are like, draw a card if this happens, draw a card if that happens. So it's not nearly as powerful. One thing that I am thinking is, like, trying to build a deck with the save ability, and then that's also one of the hybrids, so that you get to put all these Digimon under someone, and you might be able to gain their abilities when they become a Digimon. That could be pretty interesting. And final card, we got Sistermon's Seal. 4 play cost, 5,000 DP, no Digivolution cost. On play, if it is your turn, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Royal Knights in its traits in your hand for its Digivolution cost. Your turn once per turn, when one of your Digimon Digivolves into a Digimon with Huckmon in its name or Royal Knights in its traits, gain 1 memory. No inherited effect. So again, this one's really meant for the Huckmon deck. There's not too much else I can say, because it's not like you could put it in any other kind of deck, really. Maybe another one that has Royal Knights in it, but it's not great for those things. It's all right in a Huckmon deck, but is how I feel about this one. Anywho, that's the end of another video. If you have any ideas of what you want to see me do, put it in the comments down below. I love the comments. I do. As of late, I've uploaded a couple videos that have done real well, in my opinion. A lot of people are commenting on them, and I love interacting with them, love reading those comments. Please do make some comments. Let me read your comments. I would love to read the comments that you guys put down there. If you did enjoy this video, give it a good old thumbs up. If you haven't, please do subscribe. It really does help the channel. And until then, I will see you next time.